beautiful people. Hello, good evening, and good morning. Hope everyone is doing great. Today I decided to come late and share some few words with you guys, heart to heart. Today we're just going to talk about heart to heart. Hmm? Back then when I was a kid, I used not to eat watermelon. I used not to like watermelon. I used not to like carrots. But when I grew up, I became so obsessed with them. Every time I had to make sure that I eat watermelon and I eat carrots. But I used not to like them. Hello, how are you? Assalamu alaikum. Hi, assalamu alaikum. Keep halek. Hope you're doing great. So guys, today we're talking about heart to heart. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. Have you ever like Brandon Parker, you're so beautiful and gorgeous, OMG. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, you're most welcome. So today we're just talking heart to heart. Something. What is a thing that someone has ever told you and you felt and you thought that it was the right thing? You're welcome, my beautiful queen. Thank you. I hope you're doing great. How was your day? Me here in Saudi Arabia, it's already night. Yeah, so we are at the same time with Uganda. And then someone tells you that I will love you and I will never hurt you. you know, I will love you, I will never hurt you. And they're the same people who will judge you at the end of the day for just a small misunderstanding. Are you single or married? Hi, I'm not married, I'm still single. And another thing, someone will tell you, I will always be there for you. When the moment that you need them, they are not even there. They are not even there. They are nowhere to be found. You're just there by yourself like this. You look east, west, south. There is no one. Can I get your number? Oh, I can't give my number here. Facebook, Instagram, okay. The easiest way, I'll go to my Facebook or Instagram. Let me show you Instagram. Instagram is the easy way. Go on my Instagram. It's Jimmy Norah. Jimmy Norah. That's the name that I use on my Instagram. Because if I tell you my Facebook name, it's kind of hard to pronounce. Like it will be hard for you to understand. It's Namukose. I changed my name. Like on my Facebook, I'm using my real name, so I don't use my puppy name. Yeah, so Jimmy used to be my puppy. That was my first puppy that I had in my life. So I had to use it on my Instagram. So I used to use it on my Facebook, but a lot of people were quite really confused. And then there are these things that people tell you and they don't really make sense. And you as a person that I got it. Ah, okay, that's nice. You see, these people tell you something, and what they tell you, they think you'd already forgotten about what they told you. Yet you as a person that they told, you still remember. So there's a time that I remember I was, that when you're in your teenage life, and then thank you for the thumbs up. You're in your teenage life, and then you meet this person, and then you think that they are the one that they are going to be in your life forever. They are everything in your life. You know, you don't need anyone. Whatever they tell you, it's true, and then you fall for that trap. At the end of the day, they move on. Me sometimes I just ask myself, how is it that people are so easily to change from good to worse? I always try to be that person that understands people, but I always find myself getting hurt because of understanding people and always being that supportive person, always that person that is always telling that person you don't give up, being that person that pushes people not to give up on their dreams. But at the end of the day, these people hurt you. and then and then you find yourself wondering, what have I really done wrong? To be honest, there is someone once who really told me this thing. And this person was like, you know what, Nora, the problem is that you're too perfect. That's what this person told me. You're too perfect, and being too perfect is not good. Elbow. So XX kisses. I hope you're doing fine. You're most welcome. Alba. So, and I was like, why? This person told me you need to be a little bit of aggressive, and you need to be like tough. Guys, when I'm tough, you run away. Me, when I'm tough. But when I try to put away that side of toughness and I put my side of the softness, I'll show you the kindness. But if I show you the other side, you'll even be like, hey. Okay, I'm that kind of person that is so open-minded. I tell you something from my heart. I don't like pretending when I don't like something. Say the hi. Pandas. Hello, how are you? You're most welcome. You tell someone something. But again, so I took that advice when this person told me that being too perfect is not good. Some people will take advantage of you, and then I was like, yeah. And also, it doesn't mean that if they tell you that you should stop being nice to people, no, and you should stop being that kind of person that you. It's just that you just need to change something a little bit. Sometimes if people see you, you're too kind, they think that you don't know how to talk, you don't know how to defend yourself, but you can defend yourself. You can also bring out that sound that everyone will be like, wow, did I just hear you say that? Yes. Okay, let me tell you. You see, when a person is always kind and smiling, don't take their smile for granted. If the day we wake up, they'll tell you something. A journey of faith. Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing great. You're most welcome to my live stream. When you're just there. And then my mom also once told me, but you know what, Nora? Sometimes being kind, it doesn't help. Sometimes being kind, people will take advantage of you. So you need to be kind, but there has to be a limit. Leave some kindness for yourself. I was like, okay. People will hate you because you're mean. Being mean sometimes doesn't mean that you're mean. Sometimes being mean, it's protecting yourself from people who will hurt you. And there are some people, there is being mean, they are just mean naturally from their blood. And there is this being just you. Let me say that, let me give this example. Like, I'm going to give an example, like my mom, that person that I grew up, I know her and I've been with her for my entire life. My mom is just the kind of person who does not have a lot of friends. You'll always find her home. If she's not home, she's doing her own business, and from her business, when she comes from her workplace, she's home. She does not have a lot of friends around her. Why? Because you find people saying that woman is mean, but is not being mean. She's not mean. My mom is the kind of person that will tell you something that you don't want to hear. She will tell you something that you don't want to hear. So most of women around her, they don't like it. Like, they're like, oh, she this, who does she think she is? But that's who she is. She is kind, but she does not let her kindness people to take it for granted. She'll tell you what you want to know, and then she'll go ahead and tell you, if you want to be my friend, you can be my friend. If you don't want to be my friend, it won't hurt me and it won't take anything away from me, because not everyone who is around you is your friend. That's why she always tells us that, who is your friend? If you tell my mom this is my friend, she'll ask you, who is your friend? Really? That's the question she'll ask you. So you don't have to tell her this is my friend. She'll be like, really? Is she really your friend? And then she'll go ahead and ask you, who is a friend? When your mother asks you that question, like, who is a friend? She needs to know. Then you go ahead and say that people are mean. No. Not everyone, unless when that person is just born naturally with their meanness, with that bad heart. But there are some people, they don't usually smile that much. They just do what they do. And then people judge them by what they do, the actions, and sometimes talking too much does not make sense. You can talk and talk and people around you be like, that person just talkative, but whatever they say, they don't do it. And it's true. Sometimes someone will tell you, do this and do this. They're telling you to do something that they don't even do. They're just pushing you to do something that they cannot even do. I'm telling you. This thing of showing friends. When we were young, every time we could go to the village, everyone had a friend. I remember my siblings, they would give all their things, and me, when I grew up, I was at the age of 19. That's when I made a friend with someone. And then later on, I became again a friend to someone. And those are the only two people I have in my life up to now. I'm in my 30s, but those are the people that I have in my life as my friends, and we are like that. We are always there for each other, and whatever we have said here remains here. You won't find it outside. That's how we are. I hate you. Why? Why? That Piloya. Why do you hate me? Tell me why. You also want to be my friend? You want to be my friend? So guys, we are here talking heart to heart. Tell me something. Hmm? Tell me, Nora, may have ever did this? You know, someone once did this, and it really hurted me. And then you felt it. You felt it. You felt the heat. You felt the pressure around you. Mm. Leah. That Leah hates me. I don't know why, but don't worry, me, I love you, even if you do, but I know you love me. You do, right? Yay. Everyone has a thing. Hmm? So people made friends, but even having friends around me, I used to fear. My big brother one time introduced me to this guy. He was his neighbor, and then my brother was like, Nora, whenever you come, my brother was married and living in a single room. So whenever I go to Ginger for a visit, my bro will be like, you have to go and spend the night at my friend's house. So I went, and then there were 2 beds. At first I used to fear, but my brother warned this guy. Warned him seriously. So every time I could go for a visit, every holiday I could go for a visit at my brother's place, I could spend the night in his house, in his friend's house. By spending the night there, guys, that's how our friendship started coming. We became friends. We started becoming friends, and then one day, this guy asked me, Nora, do you have feelings for me? I laughed. I told him, me having feelings for you? Hell no. I told him, no, I don't have feelings for you. You know why? Because you're like my brother. I grew up watching you playing with my brothers while back then I was young, and me, I'm like your baby sister, can't you see it? And then he was like, nowadays people fall in love is not about the age. And me, I was like, no, that's not how I see things with you. You're like a brother to me. However much we never had like a conversation like now. When I started spending a night at his place whenever I go for holiday, I was around 18, 19 there until I was in my 23. And then this guy kept on telling me, do you have feelings? Like every time I could go there, he could ask me, do you have feelings for me? I would be like, no, no, no. I could always be so open minded. And then one day he was like, why? Why can't you have feelings for me? Am I ugly? Am I not good enough? And then I told him, you're a nice person, and so I had to tell him like the truth, how I felt. And I'm always that kind of person. I don't like going through around the corners hurting people's feelings. If I don't like something, I'll just tell you. I'll just put it on the table. But the way I'll bring it in the nice way that I don't want you to get hurt. Unless you're that kind of person who is short-tempered. But I'm bringing something on the table so that you can understand and also have that mind that, yeah, at least this person has told me the truth. Alba, Alba. But, you're speaking in what? You're speaking in Spanish. Hey guys, you're most welcome. If you're new here, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have more beautiful videos on my channel. You can go out and you can check them out. Yes, for those who are new here, you're really, really most welcome. Yes, my name is Norah. It's Namukose Norah, but most of people you call me Norah. Yeah, my third name is Betty. And then I told this guy the truth. I was like, no, I just see you as a brother. And then he was kind of hurt. The next day he came to my bed where I was sleeping. And then he carried me on his back, and we went outside while carrying me. And then he told me, from now on, what I've seen in you, we are going to be friends, and I want you not to hide anything away from me. I want to be that friend that you really, really always appreciate. That wherever you go, you always remember that you have a friend and you have someone to hear you out. And to be honest, guys, that was the day that we became friends up to now. A lot of people break up with me, but he's always there. He's always there, friend. You know, my friend and I, my girlfriend and I, one time, because now I told you I have only two friends. So my friend and I one day were like, when are you getting married? And he was like, until the two of you get married. So he first asked me if I had feelings for him, and then later on, he asked also my friend, my girlfriend Esther, and he was like, Esther, do you have feelings for me? Esther was like, hell no, I don't. Because let me tell you, it's always good to have that friend. You know, me when I say someone, I want you to be my friend, I want you to be my friend, because if you're going to be my friend, I will tell you all the secret. Like, I want that person. Me when I want a real friend. You're that friend that I tell all my stupid things that I can't tell other people, but I can tell you that, you know what, this is this and this is this. I want someone that we can backbite my partner. You know, that's the kind of friend that I have. I go to him. I'm telling you guys, you should have this kind of friend. And he's always there listening. I know sometimes he'll be quiet, and then I'll tell him, are you bored because I'm talking about someone else? He's like, no, I'm not kind of bored, but I think if that person is giving you a headache, just break up with it. If you haven't yet made that friend, guys, I'm praying for you guys to get that kind of a friend, so that you can always chat, tell each other the things, and then you like, you know, that's how the world is. It's always good to have those people around you, like that person that however much you cannot rely on them all the time, like 24/7, 24/8. You can always, but you also have to learn to be there for yourself, because there's a time where you need people and they are not there for you, and you need to be there for yourself. You need to teach yourself to be strong. You need to be there for yourself, to teach yourself everything. You know, it's like being a baby. Your parents give birth to you, and then later on you grow up, you start crawling. From crawling, you started standing. From standing, you start to run around. From running around, you've grown. You're in your teenage life, you're in your adult life, and then your time reaches, you out of your parents' house, and you need to teach yourself to be there. You don't need always to run around to people telling them your problems, however much you have best friends. Me, I have, as I told you, I have two friends, but sometimes I don't tell them everything. There are some personal things that I cannot tell them, that I rather tell it to my mom, because she is my mom. I don't tell it to my friends. Yes, there's a limit of having friends around you, where there are some conversation that you need to share with them, and there are some conversation that you don't need to share. There's some conversation that you can share with someone just to laugh, or maybe to have a subject, to talk about something, and then you guys start have a conversation. It's okay. But there is what we call the inner and the personal and the private conversation that you need to share with your friends. And then those are the things that sometimes you say, you know what, let me leave some secret for myself. It's like a married woman getting married to a husband, and also a husband You won't tell your wife everything, you know. You will love them and cherish them, but you won't tell them everything. There are some things as a person that you keep them for yourself. You're like, you know what? Let me bury this here. It's like you've buried a dead person. You've buried them there. You will not go there to their grave to cry for them. No. They are gone, they are gone. That's how some things they are in life. If that side of you is buried, it's buried and it's gone, it's gone. You don't talk about it to anyone or a friend. Unless it's something that you need to get it out of your chest. There are a lot of people out there who don't tell everything to their partners. And yeah, they live happily. Mm. And I like it. I like it. But they may love my peace. Because let me tell you, I love my peace more than anything. That's why I always just tell people what I want to tell them. If you let me say you're my boyfriend. The good thing I don't have a boyfriend. I've taken long without dating. I'm always working. So no time for dating. You tell someone something, and then they're like, "Okakasankulabye." That yeah, my mommy said. Okay. Yeah, my mom said prescribe. And what else did she say? Okay, this is heart to heart, and you're leaving the entire conversation on me. Just tell me, your heart to heart, what is it that you can really, like you really feel like you need to scream too loud and shout out and say, get out of here. You feel like doing that, but you're like, there's a time when you feel like screaming, and there's a time you feel like telling. If you want to tell him. Don't be afraid to just tell someone how you feel. If you don't like someone, tell them I don't like you. If you love someone, tell someone I love you. If you're good at gossiping, learn not to be a gossiper. Because one day they will also gossip on you. I'm telling you. You know, freedom, let me tell you, freedom is one of the things that I love the most. And this happened to me when I was a child. When I grew up, there's something that I really saw so terribly, and also the environment that I grew up in. It was an environment where you find people are so happy, but they also had their own issues. So I grew up wanting to be in a quiet place. I don't like noise. Sometimes when a person started up a fight, it doesn't mean that the other person does not fight. It's the wrong one. Sometimes it's just you just want to walk away and just let things be the way they are. It's just that people who provoke you, they want you to, I've provoked you. I want us to finish this now and now. And you're like, what can I do for this person? I'm not in the mood to argue, but they're in the mood to argue. I love my peace. Those are the most things that I want. Peace of mind. I love sitting in the darkness. It gives me my peace. Whenever I sit in the darkness, I have my peace. Like I'm always quiet. But when people are around me, I talk. And I don't want people to feel like, oh, she's that. curtain, yeah. But when I'm alone, I'm quiet. Let me tell you another thing. When I was young, there are neighbors that we had around us. They never saw me talking. Mm-mm. So there is this one day, one of the neighbors was moving out, and then kids were helping. So my sister told me, Nora, come help. So I went. I just told the neighbor goodbye. That was the first time. Our neighbor ran to my mom. I still remember that scenario. A neighbor ran to my mom and told me, I've always thought that your daughter is mute. She does not talk because I've never seen her talk to anyone. My mom was like, which one of them? Because most of us were girls. Yes, I have only one brother. So most of us are girls at home. And then my mom was like, which one of my daughters? And then the lady was like, the third one, the Nora. Then my mom was like, no, she talks, it's just that that's her nature. Nora doesn't talk to people that. And guys, that's really me. I don't know what, but it just comes. I don't know, maybe it's something that, have you ever been there? It's like this girl, also another person also. It once also happened with me and her. But later on, she told me that I never knew that you can talk. This lady, she was a Ugandan, and we were neighbors. She could always pass, do all kind of things. And me, I would just look at her, peep through the window, close the curtains, peep through the window and just close the curtains. Even if she leaves her clothes outside, I'll go, remove those clothes, put them in the bucket. She'll find her clothes safe. And then she'll say, neighbor, thank you, I won't say a word. Neighbor, thank you, I won't say a word. So one day we were somewhere, and then she saw me talking. She came to me. Imagine that was after 1 year. She saw me talking. The entire year that she has been around me, she has never seen me talking. Me, there is that habit that is in me. If my spirit says that I don't want that person to see me talking, I don't know what comes in me. I just go silence. Quiet. I just mind my own business. I don't say any bad things to you. I'll only do good things for you, but I will not talk. I will not talk. I'll just look at you, with that smiling face and not saying a word. She came to me, she was like, so you can talk. I've always said all kind of things. She then told me, so you've been listening to all the conversation, all the things that I've been telling my friends. She was like, I'm so sorry. I've always thought that you're dead, like you're trapped. I told her, you. This is so embarrassing. My sister laughed. So my sister told me, but Nora, why is it that always people think the first one when you were young thought that you were mute, and then this one thought that you're deaf, you don't hear, like, you're deaf, your ears are deaf, you don't hear, you don't talk, you're just deaf. My sister laughed and then she told me, poor you. You're always being judged before even being known. So I told my sister, I told her, it's just that I don't want, like, I'm actually really shy. Like, I'm not, have you ever seen people who are shy? Leave alone you guys seeing me here on YouTube, doing all kind of things. I'm doing this because I just want, I'm just giving you the other side of heart to heart, that thing that I'm trying to get rid of, those things that I'm trying to fix as a person, the kind of thing that I don't like about me, and the thing that I found a lot of people judging without knowing me. I'm a shy person in public and also in my neighborhood with people around me. I don't usually like it. Like, I love my peace. I just want to be me, just be by myself. And I want to talk to people, but I find myself not talking to them because what makes me not to talk to people around me, like, let me say neighbors. Here's the thing. If I hear someone gossiping, saying something about another person, it kills my inner morality of becoming or being open to you. I really don't like that thing of people gossiping about the other person. So that kills me and it makes me not want to talk to you. So that's why sometimes where I've rented a house in my hometown in Uganda, let me say back home in Uganda, I don't find myself talking to my neighbors because of that situation. You find them gossiping, and when I hear that, it kills that thing of wanting to talk to people, because if I've heard you talking about someone else, what comes in my mind is like, you see, you're talking about someone else. How about me if I become a friend to you? What will you say about me when I'm not around? So that's the kind of thing that I don't like befriending people. It's because of that. Like, people talk. I know my mom has always told me that, yes, people will talk and talk, but whatever they say, it won't take anything away from me. But me, I avoid that. Like, I avoid making friends. Yes, I know they talk behind my back, but I avoid becoming their friends because I don't want to make a friend with someone who is a backbiter. I don't like it. That's why sometimes I prefer keeping quiet, and people think that I don't talk. They think that she's just there. Maybe she has a problem. I don't have any problem. Hello. I don't have any problem. That's my problem, my main problem. People who backbite, they make me fear making friends with my neighbors around me. That's why I love my hometown in the countryside. When I go home, stay inside the house. When I come out, I go to the farm. From the farm, come home, clean, cook, eat, go fetch water. After fetching water, go inside the house. Shoo, no friends around. My friend is my mom. We booze together. I love that part. I love that part when my mom and I are sitting and boozing together and we start to talk. Yes, I love that part. Every time I could tell my mom, back then when we were young, that's me telling my mom, I'll be like, Mom, back then when we were young, we used to fear to sit down and tell you how we feel. But now I feel so comfortable to tell you whatever I want. And then she'll be like, because you guys used to fear me a lot. But to be honest, yes, back then when we were young, we used to fear our mom so much that we couldn't tell her anything. And now that I've grown up, I really feel sorry for myself, not understanding and not to be able to open up to my mom, to things that went around me. Sometimes I wish that if I had that chance to tell my mom what used to happen around me, she would have protected me. But that's why sometimes I don't judge people, because we misjudge people by their characters. You find a person and then you say, oh, that person is too tough, it's hard to talk to them. No, sometimes it's just that you see that toughness on them, but if you go to them openly and tell them your problem, they could hear you out. But me, I grew up with my mom. We used to fear our mom. Oh, even if her coming sitting next to you, you run. You feel like here's going to be a problem. So we used to fear like having a conversation with our mom, so we could always stay far away from her. But when I grew up, I realized that I was wrong. I wish I told her everything. My life wouldn't be here. But sometimes it's also, maybe it's God's plan. I don't know. Guys, my bed got broken today, so I'm down. My mattress is down and I feel so... Let me stretch myself. So we used to fear to tell her everything. So as a child, if you're watching me, I'm just telling you this as a person who regrets sometimes the things that went through in my life. Whenever you have something that you're going through, be open to your parents, okay? Don't be afraid. Even if your parents, they are tough, let me tell you, like our African parents, you fear them. Hold yourself together. Go tell them. You know, they're just tough because they are protecting us. But sometimes by them protecting us, they don't know what's going on in your life. If you don't tell them, how will they know? So if you're a child and in case you're watching me, be always open to your parents. Tell them what's going on around you. Tell them. Don't be afraid. Go to your mother and tell them, you know what, Mom? I'm facing this. I'm having this kind of a problem. Me, every time I sit down with my mom, I don't know why, but I just cry. And then she'll end up asking me, why are you crying? I'm like, Mom, I'm just happy that I have you as my mom. That's what I always tell her. And she's always like, I'm also happy to have you as my daughter. She doesn't know that in my heart, I feel regret that I wish I told her. You know, sometimes when I'm talking to my big sister, I always tell her that I now know why Mom. I now understand her. And then I'll tell her, I wish I could tell Mom everything that happened to us when we were young, but we were afraid for no reason. And then my sister would just tell me, you know what, Nora, let's just forget about the childhood life and just move on. And just move on with our life, forget everything that happened. And then, so that's why my kids, I think my kids will enjoy really. And I pray to God to give me life, to be there, to have children, to defend my kids, you know, to be there for them, to understand them. Because it's really good to be there for them, to understand, to talk to someone and tell them how you feel. You know, when you talk to your mother, heart to heart, you tell your parents, you tell them how you feel. You tell them about who is that person that is always disturbing you. They feel good that you've opened up to them. We should learn to open up to our parents. You know, we Africans, the problem is that we fear. We fear our parents. You fear the sandals that are going to knock you. And then you'll be like, oh, the moment I tell this one. But by keeping quiet, you're only getting hurt. You're only allowing the wrong people to be in your life instead of telling your parents what's really going on in your life. So sometimes it's good to tell your parents if in case you're going through some hardship in life, someone is out there lying to you, tell your parents. Don't be afraid. Go to them, tell them. Please kindly say something. Guys, say something. You're only allowing me to talk and talk and talk, and then later on you tell me that Nora, you can't talk. I'm talking here because later on I won't have anyone to talk to. Later on I won't have anyone to talk to. I'll be here lonely with no one. Mm? Say something, I'm giving up on you. And sorry that I couldn't get to you. And I'm feeling so small, knowing that nothing could do. Have the worst voice ever. Oh, I can't sing, but I love listening to the songs. Just say, oh, she get out to me. She said, nice to meet you. Where is my people? Let my people come and tell me about. Hey. They said eating watermelon is good. So I'm having watermelon for dinner so that I can go to bed dreaming, having one of the sweetest dreams. What should I dream about? Tell me. Who should I dream about? Should I dream about? But I don't have anyone to dream about, so I won't dream that much. Maybe dreaming about home. Dreaming about one day I'm flying home. Anyway, I miss my mom. I really, really miss my mom so much. Whenever I'm here, I just feel like, she's that kind of a mom who always comes and tells me, Do you want something? I don't know. May God protect my mom, and may the Lord bless the work of my hands, so that at least one day I want to take my mom to that fancy restaurant, and then I tell her, Mom, just ask whatever you want, I will pay. I just want to make her happy, because growing up, all the time running around to the hospital, running. You know, when I was young, I was always being admitted to the hospital. Even a small dust could make me be admitted to the hospital. But I thank God that I'm growing strong and used with the allergy, and I'm just used to it now. I remember one day my aunt told me, she told me, when you grow up, don't forget your mother. That was what my mom's sister told me. You see, we are always running around to the hospital. We are all the time in the hospital. One day when you grow up and make it in life, don't ever forget us. Ah, even if little. Even if how much that you earn, I always want her to have it. Every time I call and I hear her voice, I feel good. I feel happy. Just hearing her voice makes me happy, because that woman really suffered for me. Always in the hospital, she's a single mom earning less money, and then by earning that less money, she had to divide it to pay the hospital bills. Oh, my poor mama. Really, really. But one day, inshallah, as Muslims they say, inshallah, when the Lord gifts me with life, with a healthy life, I go back home. I just want to take my mom to that restaurant. She has never been to any hotel or restaurant. I won't lie, she has never been there. I just want to take her out and then tell her to ask whatever she wants. I'll pay it, guys. Every time I remember the painful, all the things, the endurance that she went through, I really feel that, yeah, she deserved better. Yeah, sometimes she's annoying. Yeah, sometimes she annoys me, but still, she's my mom. She's my mom. Because I know I also used to annoy her, so whatever you do, always just respect it. Sometimes it could be, and then you say, this is also the way. Still, she's your mom or she's your dad. If maybe you've grown with one of both of your parents, you're happy. If you've grown with the other one, appreciate it. If you've grown with your dad or your mom, appreciate any one of them, treasure them, because they have been there for you. They have been your friend. They have been your best friend before even others knew you. But they were the one who were there for you from day one. They never left you. Even if they yelled at you and told you something, but that is to help you grow in a better environment, because they don't want you to grow up and start doing things that later on you could regret and say, what kind of parents did I have? They never cared about me. So whenever your parents yell to you, thank God that you have someone who is yelling. There are some kids, they have never had their parents yelling at them. They have never had their parents insulting them the painful words. Later on in life, when they make mistakes, maybe they become criminals, and then they start blaming their parents. You find a child telling their parents that I wish you could even slap me. I wish you could tell me something. But you never. You just stood there and watched me, calling me baby, 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 baby. Sometimes not every kid need that. They need they need that parent that yells, insult you. You know, insults doesn't take anything. I know some kids when their parents insult them, they'll end up calling police for them. In Africa, don't try that. Mm-mm. Don't try calling a police on your mom unless you want to be in a 6 feet under. Just respect them, because by respecting, you see, when you respect your parents, even your children will grow up respecting you because you got that training from them, from your parents. But if you are not trained and then grow up, even your husband will be like, I wonder where you grew up from. It's like you grew up in a jungle. Even animals who grew up in the jungle, they can be well. So sometimes if someone yells at you, it doesn't mean they don't love you. They love you, but they don't want you to make mistakes that one day when you reach in life, you're in trouble. Maybe you, and then you start blaming your parents. No, there are some kids, they tell you their parents that, I wish you yelled at me. I wish you slapped me. I wish you told me I did wrong, but you never. There are some kids who complain because every wrong thing they do, they reached outside into another world. People behave anyhow. People are insulting them, and then they feel if someone tells them something, they have wronged them. They have never had their parents yelling at them. Oh, the outside world. So those are the kids that you find, they are talking back at their parents. They are blaming them for what they have become because they never prepared them. When your mom insults you or tells you something, they are not like they don't want you. No, they are training you because one day outside there, someone who even will tell you something worse than that, that you'll be like, oh, I wish I knew. But you were just too stubborn not to understand and not to listen. Hmm? You always wanted to hear your parents telling you, oh baby, this, my kid is this, my kid is that, my kid is that. Mm. Mm-hmm. I had to hide my face. I was enjoying too much. Mama, becoming the minister of enjoyment. Paparazzo. yesu mubiri gusiba waguma mukama Yes, she is right here. Yo. Maybe someone was hearing the sound in the background. Hey, what was she doing? I wasn't doing anything. Holy day. Ooh, thank you. How are you? Hope you're doing great. Hey, no one is in my room. It's only me in my room. So there's no need of wondering that what was that sound, sometimes. I was just doing some things in the background, but now she's here in case there's something. Huh? We're talking to her. What is the thing that someone once told you that made you feel good, or maybe made you feel a little disappointed? Maybe you felt, just tell me. Just tell me, guys. Tell me. Norah is here. Let's jazz, people. Chit chat. Let's talk. Tell me. You want me to talk about Pope Francis? I don't know much about Pope Francis. I know he's no longer here with us. God has called on him. I don't know much. Ebola is already gone. Dry my hair. Ouch! Ow, nkubye wow. Chichi nkute ku mutwe. Ekizimba ku mutwe. Eby'okubeera nga nina ebbwa nga sirima. Yusuf, how are you? Yusuf, how are you? Assalamu alaikum. I hope you're doing great. Guys, I don't speak Arab, Try to write in English so that we can mingle on the floor. Tell me, how are you guys? I hope you're all doing great. Me, Nora, I'm alright. I'm not complaining about anything. I just thank God for the gift of life. Yes, that today I made it. It's already. We haven't yet reached in the midnight, but at least I'm still here breathing. I'm taking people's oxygen. And some people, when they see me smiling, they are like, now why is she smiling? Guys, I have to smile. The day will come when I cannot even say a word. I'll be just, and people will be like, how far is the food? How far is the food? I hate that thing at a funeral, People are asking, people are arguing because of food. One thing that I've noticed that Arabs and we Africans, we are the same. At burials, food, people forget about the deceased and people are always thinking about food. Food is everything. People forget about you people. You guys, you'll be there crying and people are busy asking, where is food? Where is food? Let me tell you, there's a certain funeral that one time we went to. And then, to be honest, guys, to me, what I saw, people came for food. People did not come to pay their respect. I remember the kitchen was packed with women. Everyone was like, where is the food? Where is the food? Where is the food? Where is the food? And that day, I remember they cooked meat. The funeral, the people were there for like 6 days, but I'm telling you, the 6 days that we were there, one thing that I learned was that everyone who came at the funeral did not come to pay their respect, but people came for food. People fought for food, let me tell you. We could just sit aside and just watch them fighting for food. And then me and my friend, we were like, so you mean these people, they left their home telling their family members that we are going to a certain funeral, but you guys, you should not cook, we are going to bring food. I'm telling you, they cooked a lot of food, and then they would bring food into the trays, these big plates. But I'm telling you, every woman could carry a plate and take home. And after that, later on, so the family members, they could think food is still in the kitchen. Wow. The kitchen is empty. No one is in the kitchen. But if it's around lunch hour, guys, I'm telling you, women could pack up in the kitchen. Women could pack up in the kitchen. Everyone is like, hey. Let me tell you, food can make even someone food, funeral food. People fight for funeral food. That day I was like, just a mere food that you can cook at your home and eat. It's what is making you even speaking evil to others. Just food. I'm telling you guys, food can separate you with others. Food can make people to neglect you. Food can make people to disown you. Just food. More especially meat and rice. Meat and rice. That's the thing that I've seen, that Arabs and we Africans, we are common in that. But the only thing that we Africans, we do when we go to someone's funeral, we don't go to the kitchen where they are cooking. No. The kitchen is for the family members. Family members are the one who serve you food. You don't go to the kitchen. You don't come with your home plan to their home. They have cooked food for those who have come to pay respect to them. And on that food, people will line up and then they will give them food. No, this thing of entering into someone's kitchen and then you all packed up in the kitchen waiting for that food to be brought in, and then you start carrying food and then you disappear. I'm telling you guys, people, these women, they used to carry food and then they disappear like the kitchen. The kitchen could remain empty, like no one was there. The worst thing is that the people of the deceased, they will come to the kitchen. It's time for them to eat when there is nothing to eat. And they will ask you guys, because we used to help like around serve tea. That's what they used to tell us to do. Food, it wasn't us cooking. They could bring food from the out catering, but once they bring food, these women, they will carry all the food and take the food to their homes. I was like, no. In Uganda, what we do, you line up, like people, you line up and then they give you food. So if I'm married, my family will give me my own food I cook for my husband and his family. That's how they do. Like each one, if you're married, they give you your own food and then you cook for your own family. For your husband's side, you cook for them. That's how we do in Uganda. You don't cook. Like you don't cook and then the food that your family members have cooked, they don't serve them. No, you're the one who cook for them food separately. And the food that your family members have cooked, those who are not married, they give it to the community, to people who have come to pay respect. But here, you you come to the land of the desert. That's when you see the meat. Anyway, we in Uganda at funerals, like fighting for food, it's kind of embarrassing, and it's a kind of something that it will make your name be written in in the history, and everywhere you go, they will always talk about you. And I don't think that you can ever walk again in the community after that scenario that you've done. So let's try people to behave around food. much, people with food. Yeah. I remember that day, everyone was like, Laham became Laham in the kitchen. And then later on, I felt so bad. And then there's a lady, we reached a time we got tired, to be honest. We are going to stay there for 6 days. And people are coming during lunchtime hour, knowing that at this time they have already started bringing in food. And these women, they were not even ashamed. When they see that some of them did not get food, they go and where they kept the chicken. I've seen a lot of drama, but that day I saw drama. We saw drama. We laughed. people could do all kind of sort of things just in the name of food. Guys, good night because I can't see anyone here. I hope you guys have a wonderful night today.